standing from that squad, right? But here we go. Game 1, Enigma6, Ghost Gaming. It'll be throwback Hardpoint.
And I think a lot of us expected, Enigma6 to go far in this tournament. I think if there was one team outside of, the consistent top 4 that was going to sneak in, I would have said it would have been E6. And to do that, they're going to have to make a loser bracket run.
Well, if you look at our top 4 right now, it's pretty much exactly what you'd expect outside of maybe LG. You could have swapped them in for, I think, any of the teams. But outside of that, 4 of your top 5, all the contenders we talked about, still sitting in the winner's bracket.
They'll be General picking up some kills here at the beginning of the game, and it's a good sign if you're an E6 fan as you get General going. Royalty has been fantastic in Hardpoint throughout the weekend. You're in a good spot to get a win, and we saw Ghost do this a lot in their earlier match against Envy. They're one of the teams that'll use smokes across all the game modes, just trying to give themselves a little bit of an advantage, be able to push some lanes you normally can't.
Well, it's interesting because in the past, whether you talk about game modes like CTF, Hardpoint, Domination, depending on what game mode, you saw smokes a lot, pretty much. It's search and destroy all over the place, but since we've gone to Jetpack Call of Duty, since you can kind of go vertical over them, they haven't been used that much by most teams. I think it's pretty interesting to see Ghost Gaming putting them to effect. Yeah, I mean, in the last few years, they've kind of gone away for that exact reason. You throw smoke on the ground, you run through it, the other team just jumps up in the sky, and they look straight down kind of into the smoke. They see where you're at. And, it's kind of odd to see them bring out smokes, but it works to their advantage. They're able to get a little bit closer to these hard points, make some plays. Well, right now, Enigma6 just about doubling up their opponents. 2 kills, though, go to Ghost Gaming, and with those 2 kills, that will be control of Barn. It's Mox wrapping out to watch any kind of push through Bakarama and Lemon. Some of his teammates trying to hold inside. It's Spacely with a nice 2-piece. He's on the assist. The last one in the back is General, but General, can he do enough? 2 kills are huge. 3 even bigger. A 3-piece there for General. 4 kills in a row. And now they've got control, but unfortunately the back spawn still handled for Ghost Gaming. Yeah, but he's working on score streaks here, Clint. General on a 5 streak, 10-2 right now. The game is so young, it's so early in it that there's really no reason to kind of not play for those streaks, and he ends up falling there. It's a big play by Lacefield. He knows that General's still lurking, right? He tucks away in that corner outside Barn, knows General's working on some streaks, gets that kill, makes sure to shut him down, but now we are at Bike Path, watching Royalty as he's going to peek out, snaps immediately onto 1, but he'll get pinched in from behind. Now the spawn's starting to settle out a little bit. On the left side of the map, you'll see Enigma6, your blue arrows coming in. On the right side, it'll be Ghost Gaming. Is everybody vying for control? Yeah, Ghost, they throw down these smokes. It allows General, he's not allowed to get kind of that space. The smokes go down, you have to back up. You can't be that NV4 player close. But that ends up being perfect for Enigma6. They get 3 kills, they push through, they flip the spawns with about 15 seconds left. But unfortunately, now everybody drops. So Cade's got to get back, make sure he pops everybody. There you go. Everyone now spawning with him at baseball field as they're going to be looking to make a play in all but a tie game right now, Matt. But it will be Enigma6 in control of baseball. They just need 1 good hold here, and you're going to get 20, 30 seconds and 2 kills right off the bat. Go to Ghost Gaming. Scarab is going to get Cade weak. They know exactly where he is. He's the last member on E6 up. He falls. A flawless break there from Ghost Gaming. That's beautiful stuff there. They play behind the Scarab. You saw Optic Gaming do that, on the Scorch Hardpoint versus Splice several times. You play behind that Scarab, you get a kill. I mean, hell, they were actually able to pick up a couple kills before that Scarab even connected, Matt. But regardless, in the end, it's a nice break. The question is, can they now turn it into points? Llama God grabs 2. Ghost Gaming still in control of this hill. 18 seconds to go on it. This will be a huge turn in the game. It was Ghost Gaming who did not have control of the hill early. Enigma6 was completely set up, looking like they were going to take control. The first opportunity, Ghost Gaming breaks it, and they take pretty much all of baseball field, Clint. Mox gets a 3-piece to end things there. Final couple ticks will go to Enigma6, but I'm curious for you. Obviously, we've seen a lot more Enigma6, a lot more from them over the course of the year, as Ghost is a much newer team. Would you consider it an upset or a heavy upset if Ghost were to take this, or is this kind of 50-50 for you right now with how they played so far this weekend? I don't really know. It's kind of hard for me to get a read on Ghost Gaming. Like, you look at the roster, and Mox is a very talented AR player. You got Lacefield, and all the other guys. I mean, we've seen them do things at times throughout the year, but they're just so inconsistent from game to game. So it's really kind of hard to get like a good read on them. But then you go to the other side. I mean, Enigma6, General at times has been fantastic. Same with Royalty. Proto was great, then he drops down. Cade then steps up. You can't really get a really good gauge on them either. It's just a very odd matchup. It's one where, whoever comes in, shoots well, plays to perfection will win the game. It'll be interesting, but I do want to mention, we saw Lacefield get a big kill earlier to stop a player from getting streaks, right? You just saw Lamagod. He was able to take out Royalty, as I think he was 1, maybe 2 kills off the Trinity Rocket. Those are crucial kills that can certainly have an impact down the stretch where streaks will be most prominent. Lamagod trying to chase down the kill, loses him for a second, and Cade able to help out and get the better of him. Mox inside, not up to the pressure. 3 kills in a row for Enigma6. Spacely, last man here, nothing he can do. He's hunted down. General will take him out.
Now General's just gonna watch this top lane, see if the players push through for Ghost Gaming, and he's actually gonna push this out, wrap towards mid-map. Spots 1, get tagged up from behind, but 25 seconds left here. It's really going to be at that baseball field next, as that's where Enigma6 let Ghost Gaming back into the game. That's really all this lead that Ghost Gaming had has come from, is that baseball field hardpoint.
Let's see how it goes the second time around, but first we have to head over to the bike path. Lacefield, though, sitting in top window, senses some pressure coming towards him. Now, time to rotate across. You see those blue arrows on the minimap set up for our next hard point. It's going to be on Ghost Gaming here to break, Matt.
And with General, how close he plays to the hard point with the NV4, those smoke grenades give him a lot of issues. Because you can't just slide on through because you have like a Lacefield or a Spacely on the other side with either a K-bar or an E-Rad. And it's hard as it is, even if you know where the guy is when you're going with the NV4, but the smokes just blocks off his entire vision, just not able to win those close quarter engagements. But right now, it's Enigma6 scoring some points here, Royalty inside of the hill. It's 2 players, 4 Ghost Gaming around him. He's just gonna jump back right down, get the points again.
See if he can pick up yet another Scarab. He used that scouting tool when the first push was gonna come in, as he was checking to see where the spawn was coming from Ghost Gaming. And you kept talking about baseball. In 10 seconds, we're gonna head that way. Rotations beginning to come in. Can we hop over to General? I want to see, well, Lacefield's the opposite side of that. This is going to be the one-on-one I wanted to see. There is a second player here that's going to split. Does he check behind him is the question, or will he be traded out? The answer is yes. You have 2 members there from Ghost Gaming, only 1 rotating early from Enigma6. Favor Ghost Gaming.
It's a little bit of what I talked about earlier. Mox showed up in that series against Envy. You needed that other player. Lamagod playing quite well. Spacely, they're on the rotation, picks up 1 big kill. It's all you need out of those guys. If Lamagod plays well, Mox does as well, then you just need to know another guy to start filling in these gaps, and that's going to be Spacely.
It's like these smokes are more just to create confusion than anything. They're throwing them down directly on the hard point, turning it into like this sliding hip-fire affair as everyone's just trying to get vision. It's interesting to see. I mean, it certainly adds a little bit of chaos. It's got to be frustrating for Enigma6.
Without a doubt. The smokes. When Envy actually played against them, so they had a JCap. He was running an E-Rad towards the end of the game. So they ran like 3 E-Rads just because the smokes would come in and they would just pressure right on through them, not let them get the advantage. So now is still Ghost Gaming in control of the hill. See Mox pre-fire in the back here, knows one player is coming towards him. Be Proto grabbing a 2-piece, but he's quickly traded out there by Llama. So, we go to that center hard point with Ghost Gaming in control of this game.
Yeah, some strong SMG players on this Ghost Gaming team. We've talked about the dominance of the MV4 on the other side of the conversation at long range, that rifle, how key that player is to success. Maybe it's a big part of these smokes, trying to, like you said, kind of close these engagements, make them a little bit closer, turn these into more close range battles. I don't think we've really, Mox, I believe the only MV4, it should be all you're going to see through this, but I just want to keep an eye on the smokes throughout this, just see what kind of advantage they give. But as it stands, you're up 60 points. Ghost Gaming in complete control. Lamagod with a solid performance at 25 and 19. Mox, almost identical now, as he is 27 and 20. Great performances from both.
Well, look, you have a team in Ghost Gaming that excels in close-range gunfights. What's the easiest way to kind of close the gap? Instead of forcing, a Spacely or a Lacefield to win a long-range fight, E-Rad versus NV4 or K-Bar. Throw some smokes, instantly closes the gap. Here comes the camo in from Proto. It's a little bit of an act of desperation here as he gets inside a barn. He's quickly dealt with. His teammates nowhere close, and yeah, E6 has seemed like they've fallen apart here in this first game.
I think you called that perfectly. We've seen some questionable camo uses from Proto, but there it's just desperation. When you look at the time of the clock and how close you are to victory from Ghost, I don't know that he has much of a choice. The 2-piece there coming in from Lamagod, not enough to hold off the push from Enigma6. And now we'll see if they can mount one of the more impressive comebacks we've ever seen on Throwback. Smokes out though. And I don't know if it led to it, but a team kill follows it immediately. Now the camo in from Mox on the other side finds the first kill, 2 more in front. Doesn't get the better of him, but Lamagod involved in the action as well.
Those smokes just cause so much confusion though, because the smoke comes in, then if you're the player inside of it, you see the hills contested. You don't know if the guy is pushed all the way through the smoke, you don't know if he's just sitting in the smoke, and then what happens is another player just slides right in, and then just takes you out. It's a very nice strat.
Well, it's like usually you see smokes, you talk about it as being like cut off the sight line. Right now, yes, it seems to be to create chaos and confusion for Enigma6, and whatever it is, it seems to be working. 248 to 159. Ghost 2 points away from taking this game one. Let's see if they can finish it here at Bike Path on Lacefield's POV. Pushes them out. There are the final 2 ticks. Ghost. A solid victory there in game one.
And the smokes also force the opponents to really keep their communication up. You know, the player inside the hill sees the smoke, has to call it out. Then he's trying to locate where the players are. If he's not accurate, then the next teammate comes in, is looking the wrong way. He gets killed as well. The smoke's a big factor for Ghost Gaming there in map number 1. You can actually see the Royalty's face there looks extremely frustrated after that first map.
Yeah, and could be partially the smokes, also the fact that they were getting smoked, right? I mean, it wasn't all that close throughout. I know it wasn't a blowout per se, but 50-plus point lead throughout throwback is comparable to like a 100-point lead on some other maps, right? Yeah, so they control that one throughout, get a nice victory. Next up, it's going to be Search and Destroy. Who do you feel has the edge in this?
This is Ghost Gaming. I think it's their best game mode. I would say Ghost Gaming comes into this one. I would have favored E6 in a lot of the respawns, and I think you see Royalty a little bit frustrated because him in general have been so good, right? They just needed that third guy. Cade was it. Steps up for Proto. Now you're starting to get good games from Proto. Where was Cade there in that first map? Just seems like they can't get both of those guys. Even you would just take those guys playing about even and let General and Royalty handle a lot of the slaying. But when one guy just kind of drops the ball like that, really hurts the rest of the squad.
Yeah, I just wonder maybe if like, I know they've had some time since Royalty joined, but maybe if you had like another month of practice, maybe to figure it out, because it just seems like you cannot argue to me that Royalty was not a massive upgrade on this team.
Without doubt, no.
Why does it not seem like there's like a drastic improvement? Because I feel like when you take a player like Ruiz that wasn't an all-star by any stretch, and you put in someone like Royalty, yes, he's flashy, has the high KD, looks like he's from a boy band. You expect the team to improve. I mean, we know it's not all about slaying, but they needed some, right? You feel like you filled a need that Enigma6 had, and yet they don't seem to be that much better.
So they did improve with Royalty on the roster now, but I think also the expectations are higher, right? We expect them to go further in the tournament, and they had a lot of potential, but it's like they're out like 7th, 8th. They don't really have to play against like those top teams. You never really got to see that. So now you're seeing, you go up against a team like Ghost Gaming, go up against some other top rosters, where the true weaknesses are with this team. I think that's what you're seeing from Enigma6.
Seems like every year there's a team that makes a run that you don't expect, whether it's TR back to Advanced Warfare. I guess last year you would have to say the Fabi team, now mostly Epsilon. If you had to pick someone right now, I mean, is that Ghost Gaming? Is that the team that maybe no one expected to make a deep run, all of a sudden they're looking at top 3 finish?
I don't know if we see top 3. Top 3 may be pushing it. I think Ghost Gaming, they have a chance. Been very impressed with what we've seen from Allegiance, although they lose to FaZe Clan in a big way. But there's a lot of teams that are in this loser bracket that I feel like any of these matches could go either way. Like if you told me at the beginning of this one that we'd be sitting here and Enigma6 comes in 3-0, wouldn't be shocked. You told me Ghost Gaming were able to pull out 3 close games or game 5, wouldn't be shocked either. I think it's just the competition so close this year between these teams.
It really is, and it's wild to think how much we have left today. Typically 6 matches per day. We've got 7 today. After that, I'll be honest, after that series previously, like I felt like we were halfway through the day. I think I took something out of everybody in the venue. What a crazy 5-game series that was. But still, 5 matches to go, this being one of them. Is this a must-win game 2 for Enigma6?
I would say so. I mean, talking about Breakout, Search and Destroy, a very strong game mode for Ghost Gaming. A 61 win rate overall. They have not won this map since Anaheim. They do not have a win on Breakout S&D. So
that's
I think you look at this one, but here's the good part, right? 0% win rate, that sounds like it sucks. It does suck.
It does. It definitely is.
Your next 3 maps for Ghost Gaming in the Uplink, 67% win rate on that map. And then you go into the last two, 88% and 83%. So
what in the hell? Did no one think to check the bomb? That was almost the quickest ace I've ever seen out of Cade. He's on his feet. He picked up 3, and nobody checks behind bomb.
If you're wondering on how they managed to not win this map, round 1, probably a good indication of it. They just kind of run in there blindly. Nobody looks at Cade.
Oh, somebody planted the bomb. Where did he go?
No chance he could be anywhere near the bomb site, right?
All right. Man. Well, Cade, nice start. 3-1, as those were the easiest 3 kills I think I've ever seen. And he's like, all right, I got some confidence now. I'm bringing out the boomstick.
I got 3 kills, now I'm going to snipe. I've done my job. So he'll call in the Scarab. Just going to use this to try and gain some information, maybe get some players weak, and spots a lot of the members for Ghost Gaming heading up towards that B site. Now General's going to put down some shots. Cade will pick up 1, and here comes Proto flying in. He picks up another.
I don't understand either round.
Yeah.
The first, no one checks bomb, it's easy 3-piece. There, it seems that no one has eyes on Spiral whatsoever, and they just come cruising up like it's a free lane. It's like it's a football game. The offensive line just has a 8-foot gap that the running back can cruise through. Sloppy so far from Ghost. Easy for Enigma6 in my eyes.
And if you remember, Breakout Search and Destroy is the newest map added to the rotation. Of maps we play in competitive play. So maybe it's that when Ghost Gaming forms, they don't really practice Search and Destroy. They don't get a ton of reps on this map.
Cade now from 3-1 to 5-1. Proto, some awkward movement to get into the door, gets tagged up, but thankfully for him, not finished.
They've let them just walk up to bomb and get it down, like with no resistance. Now they have to play for this retake, and it's a very difficult retake. Because look, Cade now sitting behind the site with an NV4 in hand. He has teammates looking over him as well. It will be Lacefield though.
So did Lacefield just walk up Spiral?
I believe so.
One of the more confusing things to me that'll happen on this map, I was so focused on the pressure towards the back tank, I didn't even see how he just skipped and hopped right on up Spiral. 15 seconds remaining. Enigma6 trying to defend. Ghost Gaming working to defuse. It's now all on Royalty. Somebody's on the bomb. He's going to have to hit the wall run. Check the top. Does he get the shots in time? He does not. Llama God goes clutch. What a kill.
Yeah, he just acts like a body block there for Lace. He will defuse the bomb. So we'll take a look at it here as Llama God put some shots into Royalty. It looked like Lace was pretty weak. Maybe he hits like 3-4 more bullets. He's able to clutch that round out.
I thought Lace was one shot. I thought he looked. He just needed to connect on 1 more bullet there, but you get perfect shots at a Llama God.
So we'll see what Ghost Gaming does here on offense. So they get their first round on the board as Llama God spots 1. He's going to back down. Can't challenge that with an ERAD. They do at least acknowledge, that they know there's 1 player over on that side of the map, and look at this, they faked everybody out. They go towards that top side, bring bomb down towards A, and Proto, he's probably shocked as soon as it goes down. And actually, he tags up, so Proto tags up Spacely, and then when Spacely wraps out towards that backside, Mox puts a bullet in him, team kills.
I love that. Just go ahead and hop it. You've got everybody pushed outside. There's no threat from mid-map. This is so easy. Round over.
It's a really poorly played round there from Ghost Gaming.
I'm starting to understand why they haven't won it yet.
It was a great idea to go back down towards the A site, right? They bring the bomb there. They show up on towards that B site. The calls from Enigma6 are probably, hey, they've shown at B. Let's all rotate up. But when your guy on that side is the only one that is there in Spacely, how does Mox team kill him?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happens. And we've seen this happen so many times when the team coming in for the defuse has control of mid-map. All they have to worry about the outer lane, you hop that immediately in a 4-on-4 situation.
Without doubt.
Especially in a 4-on-3 situation. All right, well, offense now for Enigma6. Cade, once again, sniper out, pressure coming. They are flying in, and he is gone. Lacefield takes his head off. 3 kills. Okay, maybe that's what you do here if you're Ghost. You just hit wall runs and you soar at Enigma6. That seemed to work pretty well for him.
Be a round win there for Ghost Gaming.
That blind counter kind of, they just are like, hey, we hope they're hitting this side, let's soar at them. If they're not there, then we hit a quick flank.
Bring the smokes out again. Why not? So you see Mox here making a lot of calls to the rest of his teammates. Going into this next round, we'll see what they decide to do. Maybe we'll see another kind of fake out here with the bomb is, you know, Katie's played quite well, but the sniper rifle, Clint, you know, have you really seen him get much of anything with it?
Not yet. And I mean, we don't see his view at all times. Maybe he's got a lot of information from it.
So you see it's going to be the same setup here for Ghost Gaming. So they're going back to this. So you see 3 players towards that top side of the minimap. So look, now they throw the smoke. So now they're convincing E6 that this is where the bomb is going. You see everybody on E6 set up for the stairs. The bomb is now planted behind them, and now they have no idea what's up.
Well, last time they did this, they didn't win the round because everyone was stacked on one side. This time, maybe that number 7 could win a fight. That's going to be Mox. He can't win it. So again, a 4v3 advantage. They're all pushed outside. It's basically able to make a play. But I'm curious where we see the bomb planted. If someone's just going to hop it again. Cade with the pistol goes big inside. Someone just hopped this.
Well, I mean,
but look at it. Go to Spacely. Can we get the Spacely real quick? Oh, they just checked it with attacks. They know he's coming in. They have to back out. They get away with their lives for a moment. Spacely now 1 versus 2. They got about 5 seconds to hop on this. They have to hop it. Can he get the kill? Not able to do it. Both times they try this trickery. Both times Enigma6 get the win.
And they just back out so far. You see Spacely tries to go towards that mid-map, and then I believe Lamagod dies inside the site, and Lacefield is backed up to cell block as well. So now the issue is you've given up the entire site to Enigma6. They can jump on the bomb, bait more players out. E6
I mean, that
gets
time
another win.
That time at least they sent someone on the flank so you couldn't just hop it, but Spacely not able to pick him off a bomb. Nice cover. I mean, that's actually 2 rounds right that we've seen some nice cover there as they're trying to make a play. Oh, no, sorry, that was actually Ghost the first time. That was Llama guy coming up big. Okay. Is this a blind hit again? Nope. They hit it through mid-map this time. Proto having a great game, has camo up as well. We've praised him for Search and Destroy. We've highly critiqued him for Search and Destroy. Right now, a young guy giving it his all at the biggest tournament of his career.
So it'll be another plant here for Enigma6, and here comes the pressure up the side. Sayers, Proto just needs to just keep firing. Cade's gonna mow him down. It's just, so the one round that Ghost Gaming was able to win, they got aggressive towards this site. Every round that they've just let Cade walk up to the bomb, they've ended up losing. So I don't know why they keep kind of go for this retake.
Not really any time to work with here. Nice shots. Mox, okay. Trying to make it interesting. He knows he has to go. You just have to make a play. You don't have time to make decisions. You just have to fly. Nice shots again. Turns into a 1v1, but tagged up. Valiant effort there from Mox. But, I mean, maybe he has like 10 more seconds he can make a play, but those end up being 3 meaningless kills.
They need to get aggressive on defense. We'll see how they play on the offensive end. I think maybe you go towards that top side, you throw the smokes, kind of the same play, but
Mox is their camo play, right? So I take that back.
Yeah.
Not meaningless kills at all, actually. That's going to get him closer to camo.
Yeah, maybe Ghost Gaming, they kind of go towards that top side, you throw smokes again. This time you actually push through. We'll see, but it's really, for me, the defense for Ghost Gaming that's been extremely lackluster here in map number 2.
Well, let's see if those 3 kills might help Mox get his payload, if they can actually string together a couple of rounds and push this a little bit deeper. Just chased and hunted is Proto. Spacely with the first blood. General trying to answer back, but cannot connect off that first bullet. Last bullet. Royalty now wrapping back. He's going to have a whole flock of Ghost Gaming coming at him, and he is picked by Mox.
2 kills in favor of Ghost Gaming here, as will be Cade alive with General. Cade gets 1, spots another, not able to win the fight. General peeks out. That'll be another round win here for Ghost Gaming, trying to stay alive.
I think Mox went from 1-4 to 6-6 in 2 rounds, and I believe he earned his payload. So those 3 kills could actually be very big in a comeback because you got your payload to work with.
In a perfect world for Ghost Gaming, you take this next round, and maybe you get Proto to burn that camo. You bring it to 5-4, and then you have a good chance to force around 11 have camo of your own. So we'll see. Proto's the one you got to stay on board with here. It's all on the camo play.
See how he opts to play this. I think he was just spotted from that top window. You've got some smokes out here outside of showers. Lacefield inching forward like a caterpillar. Cade, first blood. Lamagod comes in. No one's covering, apparently.
Extremely odd that they just let Lamagod get in there and just kill the player right on bomb. And now Proto trying to stay alive. He will fall as well. Everybody falls for E6. That is a round that originally you would have thought E6 would have won that, but There's just nobody looking over the guy trying to plant the bomb. They just let Lamagod walk right in, pick up that free kill.
Ghost trying to push this to around 11. Enigma6 trying to avoid a big choke here in game 2 as they had a heavy advantage.
And Proto used his camo that round.
And so did Moxo. Both did. Maybe that's why it seemed quite chaotic in both bopping inside. We just didn't see the POVs from those players, but both are used. So now it's going to be mostly gun on gun. You do have a couple payloads available, but I don't think any of your key ones. Scarab out, they're going to play behind this. I believe Proto called that in.
Oh, but look at this. So Spacely, the same spot again. You see the number 1 on the minimap though? It's going to be Cade. He has to respect this because they've faked it out every round. Yep, expected it there from Ghost Gaming. Smart adjustments here by Enigma6.
It's like twice, shame on me. 3 times, shame on you. They catch him there. Not going to work that time. Ghost now trying to make this 3v4 happen, Matt.
It's going to be so difficult. Lacefield, only one alive here. They knew the bomb is down as well. It'll be Enigma6 answering, winning map number 2 here, tying the series up at 1 game apiece.
We're all tied up in this best of 5. E6 avoid a pretty big choke. I mean, it was close, right? Ghost started to battle back, but I mean, if I'm Ghost and I make a deep run, I don't think that I want to see Breakout.
No.
Too frequently. At least those first few rounds were pretty sloppy.
Well, look, you make some adjustments, I think, and you can come back and start winning those games on Breakout. I just think over the last few events, obviously we talked about they have not won Breakout Search and Destroy. They lose it here. Clearly this team's worst game mode. They need to figure it out if they advance past this round.
Yeah, and Enigma6, I mean, props to them. They kind of adapted to the plays you saw coming out of Ghost early in that one, and they do get the victory. But going into Uplink, it's a mode that we talked about all year being pretty strong for Enigma6. Ghost, what do you expect from them in Uplink?
You're going to see the smokes again. You're going to see them use those smokes, pick up the drone, try and get close, knock down those 1-point plays, keep it a low-scoring game.
All tied up at 1-1. This is an elimination match. It's your swing game. Uplink coming up next. time for the G Fuel key player matchup between Enigma6 and Ghost Gaming. Royalty, Mox. Matt, break it down for me, pal.
Mox has done everything for Ghost Gaming this weekend. You see him with 13 points in the objective department, but also putting up the kills with a nice 1.28 KD. Royalty, he's the new addition to this Enigma6 roster, the superstar they needed to go deeper in these tournaments. A 1.45 uplink KD. Doesn't do too much of the objective. He's going to be leading the way, trying to pick up some kills.
The slaying gods for these squads. They're going to need the best of the best here to take the uplink. That'll do it for your G Fuel key player matchup.
When I was watching the streams as an amateur player in Ghost, I was like, wow, I've always wanted to be a professional. To be here now, to have a chance for playoffs and for the Call of Duty champs is everyone's dream to win.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty World League presented by the PlayStation.
When I first knew I could do this professionally and taking it seriously was my first major where I placed third. From there, I knew I had the skills. I just had to work on in-game composure and overall being a better in-game leader and being just a better player in general. We came up with the term Enigma6 as Enigma as you don't know what it is, 6 meaning that they have always have your 6, which they always have your back.
Enigma6 get the job done. The 3-0 of the green wall. They've now 3-0'd Rise Nation, 3-0'd Uplink Gaming.
We don't really consider ourselves a surprise team. We all have to remember where we came from. We all have to remember how hard it has been and how hard we want to, make it indent and how we are some of the best Call of Duty players to ever play the game.
Enigma6 look like a force to be reckoned with team. Are they looking like one of the best teams we've seen so far this weekend?
Yeah, I always say it. As long as all 4 of us are not shooting circles, we'll win every time. In all reality, we just have to make it as this is our one shot, one opportunity. To not make it to champs, to not make it into playoffs will be devastating for all of us because we knew how hard we worked for it. I want Jordan General to be remembered as one of the most dedicated Call of Duty players and one of the most winning Call of Duty players to ever play.
How do you stop General when he's going 37 and 24? How do you stop that?
You thought we were crazy when both of us took E6. You saw why, man. E6 just looked like a much more polished team.
I knew E6, this lineup was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be this good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's time for the game 3, and there's a shot of General, the all-star for this team. He has been so consistent throughout the year. Does he have what it takes here to knock out Ghost Gaming?
Yeah, he's really cemented his place as one of the best NV4 players, in the Call of Duty World League. You expect him to show up in every single map. Needs to do it here for Enigma6. They win map number 2, which we definitely expected. Ghost Gaming, not the greatest of Breakout Search and Destroy team. This is the real test. They got to take game 3.
I have to say it. When we watched that video coming in,
okay,
did you hear the one shot, one opportunity?
Clint was like, isn't that an Eminem song?
It's an Eminem song. 8 Mile. They're from, what, Detroit, right? In Michigan? There's just too many dots there. That's all I could think about the entire time. The song was just playing in my head.
I mean, it's probably the last good song Eminem has had.
One shot, one opportunity. Well, that's what they got right here.
There you go.
They win this, they go home.
You should just do like Eminem cover songs as the performance this year.
They've called me Slim Shady.
I don't think anyone has ever
called
you that.
No one's ever called me that.
So
game 3.
Yeah, here's game 3. Let's get back on track. Here's something kind of cool. Usually we just see the ERAD in play. ERAD, NV4, K-Bar, right? Your primary weapons. Royalty will run the Karma 45 on this map. We've seen him do it throughout the whole entirety of Stage 2. It's another submachine gun. So we'll see if he can put it to good use.
Royalty inching his way forward. First gunfight, I thought he had the kill. Somehow Llama stayed alive and killed his teammate with the drone as well. Royalty finishes that. That could go very, very differently. But all right, your first offensive push for Enigma6 completely thwarted by Ghost Gaming. And now they're going to start to move across the map. 2 kills go to Enigma6. It should slow down the pressure for the time being. Everybody drops. A clean sweep now from E6. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, I think, would you say this is Enigma6's best game mode since they picked up Royalty?
Okay. I think it probably is their best mode again. When they first got Royalty, no. I know Chance and I talked at length about this. We were worried that they were going to get worse because they thrived on teamwork. They would win this sometimes without even winning the slaying battle. First couple times I watched them play, I was really, really worried, but I think they've improved, and I think they've gotten back to where they were when you're kind of talking stage 1 time.
I would agree. I think I know, well, the longer you had Royalty on this roster, you knew the teamwork was going to come eventually.
That's why I said earlier, if they had like 1 more month, maybe, like I wonder if how much better they could be.
General gets control of the Ghost Gaming base. He's on a 4 streak. The drone being brought in by Royalty. 2 points for Enigma6. General on a 5 streak, getting close to those Trinity rockets.
What is it? Every time we show one of these videos, we did it with Vance. Vance slaughtered the uplink. We now do it with General. It's like the same exact start we saw from Vance. Wow, you gotta love when things work out that way. Royalty, 2 kills. Okay, all right. I thought he had shots on a Mox, but at least Cade there able to trade it. But it's the 2-piece from Llama God that'll settle the dust. They're at mid-map. Spatially trying to push forward, but can't get anything done. The drone is grabbed behind the smokes, and they're going to wrap that out. Unfortunately, as they toss a smoke and they grab a drone, their entire team dies. Yeah,
and Ghost Gaming has been very good in uplink. So you look, Enigma6 takes this, although they did not win that first hardpoint. I think a lot of us would probably favor Enigma6 in hardpoint just in general. You know, Ghost Gaming, an 81% win rate in uplink since Anaheim. So this has been really the game mode that they've kind of built this team off of. And a must-win game here in game number 3. Lacefield picks up the drone. This looks like it should be at least a 1-point play. Mox picks up 2. Now it'll be a 2-point score here for Ghost Gaming.
There you go. As hot a start as we talked about with General. Spacely crushing. 15 and 7. Last one on the kill feed. He's finally going to drop after he finds his 16th, but his dominance leads to back-to-back dunks. Mox and Llama God were in the base. Great stuff there, advantage Ghost.
So that play by Lacefield is huge. He spots that guy going towards that back helipad, and instead of challenging right away, he just gets down, and then it forces that player to make the decision, okay, do I focus Lacefield or the drone carrier coming in? He just focuses on Lacefield a little bit too long. The drone goes in for a 2-point play. You
know, there's a lot of keys to success, you know, that separate maybe your elite player from your good player, but you got to think that, you know, knowing when to play your life and maybe knowing when to throw your life away is a really, really big thing that maybe separates the elite.
Oh, without a doubt. I think it's, you know, the one thing you see that the top teams do better than, you know, some of your teams that are floating around your 8-9 area. Another 1-point play going in for Ghost Gaming.
There's 60 seconds left, and Spacely has 19 kills in the first half.
It's a sick game from Spacely where, you know, he's not somebody who usually lights up the scoreboard in terms of kills, right? He's going to be more objective-minded, you know, play around the drone, smart plays, kind of help his team as an in-game leader. Showing up here in game number 3.
And I don't believe it's been passed, but the record for most kills on this map, he's actually playing right now. It was Royalty. He's dropped 40 here. Well, Spacely at 21 with still time to go in this first half. Maybe he's gonna, you know, take over the lead from the current leader in the same game. That'd be pretty crazy stuff. But despite any kind of slaying, the main thing, top middle of your screen, 5-2 advantage right now for Ghost.
Well, the fact that Lacefield only has 5 kills and Mox with 7 just means there's a lot of kills on the map to be had by one of the other 2 guys, and I know Spacely is definitely benefiting from it right now. 22 and 14. Here comes the drone, though, in the final few seconds. Proto gets taken out from behind. Lacefield makes a huge play there for Ghost Gaming. The drone is going to be stopped. That is such a big play by Lacefield here to end the first half.
You know, you may not have seen the big play Lacefield had earlier that you called out where he just plays his life. You know, that doesn't show up on the scoreboard. That does. That 2-piece to stop.
That was a 2-point play.
Maybe some, yeah, 2 points at the end of the first half. Momentum going into the second half then for Enigma6. Great play from Lacefield.
Yeah, and to give you guys an update of what's going on in the Bravo stream as well, just taking a look behind me, Rise Nation has eliminated Allegiance 3-1.
Rise Nation continue to move on through this loser's bracket.
You had him win the whole thing.
Oh, I did not. I did not. I said top 8, maybe top 4. I had a feeling, and they keep going. You got some guys there with some incredible champs finishes, looking to put another one, maybe another trophy. Okay, Spacely, well, actually, I take that. You don't get trophies for second and third place, do you, Matt?
No, you definitely don't. You don't even get an interview.
Well, Mox now has the drone for Ghost. He wrapped it from cliffside all the way into Subbay, where he has 2 players ready and waiting for him. Will this wrap work? The smokes are out. Second time I've seen the smoke shield come and play, and all the kills right after that go the way of Enigma6. That push does nothing, and now you are at risk of being countered. But you do have a Scarab out. You have multiple players here for the interception, so you've got to find, they go double Scarab. I like that. You all 4 spawn in, you call in 2, you move back the pressure through Subbay. Nice defense there from Ghost Gaming, and they get the reset. I like that a lot.
Well, the smokes are not as effective in Uplink because, quite frankly, I mean, you throw the smokes in front, you see where the drone is, so you know where the drone is moving on the map. It's like, okay, well, they need to push forward. It's not like they can go another route, like kind of go backwards and whatnot. So it's easy for Enigma6 to read, as opposed to Hardpoint, right? You throw the smokes down 3 or 4 different doors. You can play around it in different areas. I know maybe you see the smokes used a little bit more towards the chokes, right? If you're going out towards that back helipad or towards the back staircase trying to get some scores, then maybe you see the smokes be a little bit more effective.
Well, General and Spacely still going toe-to-toe. 27 and 17 is Spacely. He has overdrive, not going to use it. Opts to drop a teardrop over the top. 6-2. Nice shot there.
Spacely has dominated game number 3. I think if you were to say, you know, who was going to show up big for Ghost Gaming, you would have said Lacefield and Mox, your top 2. You know, Spacely is somebody who we never really kind of considered somebody who could explode for these big kill games.
He's had them. I mean, throughout his career, man.
He has had them, though.
He will find times where he goes off. Now, slamming it home. 8-2 lead for Ghost.
But so, he's dominating in terms of slaying and objective work as well. Just a huge performance. And you look at Spacely as probably the leader of this team. As you see, Lamagod was on a 7 streak there. And they're going to hold on defense again is Ghost Gaming. But the Spacely is the leader of this team. This is huge. When your leader comes out and puts together a great game, just the morale and the rest of the squad goes up.
I was so focused on Spacely and the points they were putting up with the drone. I didn't even notice the streak. Can we check Lamagod? Did he actually get any streaks out of that? Well,
yep.
There's your answer.
Did you not see the missiles coming down when you said that?
I guess not.
It's a long day for you. You've done what?
I'll be honest. That last series took a little bit out of me. There'll be many energy drinks and coffee to come as Spacely is lighting up dead bodies. And
he's
live
just shooting
players.
anything that moves now. I know, what was the kill record? 42?
40.
40. So he's going to be really only 11 kills away with 2 minutes to go. It's still possible that he gets there. We'll see if Enigma6, though, can make this a closer game. It'll be Proto with the drone in hand. He gets a 1-point play.
That was wise. He had to take it.
Yep, this game definitely not over. We've seen if you get 4 dead and you start pushing over towards that helipad, you can really put a lot of points on the board and quick. But look at this. The smokes just come out towards mid-map. It allows Ghost Gaming to get the drone. They bring it backwards. It is 3 kills in favor of Enigma6. Make it 4. So we'll see if they can turn this to points as Royalty now trying to get in position to pick up some kills.
If he flies out, I thought they were going to overdrive right behind it. They just take the 1-point toss, and they hold on to that overdrive. Spacely and company clearing it out. 60 seconds to go. 2-possession game. Proto not going to be getting camo.
If you're a Ghost, just do what you keep doing. Throw the smokes, get the drone, run it out. I mean, there's nothing Enigma6 can do there. I mean, they have to chase, they have to get aggressive. Spacely with yet another kill. 34 and 22 for Spacely. Here comes the camo from Mox. 2 points for Ghost Gaming. As we talk about how good Spacely has been. Now on the other side, that's your Teep. He talks about it all the time. Needs Proto to step up. Needs Proto to play better. 16 and 29. Double negative. Not good for Proto here in map number 3.
Yeah, and quietly, quietly as in, he had that 7 streak when we were on with Spacely, but he ends up, Lamagod goes 31 and 23. He has a big performance. We talked about General, who is really hot early,
yes.
Still finishes with a strong game, but he slowed down maybe a little bit in the last couple minutes, but...
When you have a teammate double negative, it's very difficult to do. There's not much else he can do in this map.
Well, 2 respawns so far in these 3 games, and Ghost Gaming dominating in both. they'll be looking to close this out in the next hard point. And you got to feel like they're going to. With the way they've gone, I mean, they've been lopsided.
And you would think, no, Ghost Gaming going into this 4th map. We'll take a look, but I believe it will be a Retaliation Hardpoint. 7-1, 88% win rate.
Yeah.
If Enigma6 wins it, we go to a Search and Destroy, obviously, in a Game 5. Throwback S&D, it's Ghost Gaming's best Search and Destroy as well. So these next 2 maps really gives a kind of a home advantage feel to Ghost Gaming.
Well, you said immediately, you know, I think at the beginning of the series, you were like, when I look at the maps, it looks pretty solid for Ghost. So far, holding true. All they've dropped is a Search and Destroy, which was one of their weakest, and it wasn't pretty. But the other 2, they completely dominated. They look to close out in Retaliation, even if they don't, like you said, they have a pretty good shot in the Game 5. So everything says this is Ghost Series to win. Can Enigma6 somehow get the upset now?
Well, Enigma6 wins the Game 2, but like we spoke about, Ghost Gaming has never won Breakout, Search and Destroy. So for them to lose that map, like that is something they probably even expected, you know, coming into the series. So you know, they've won both respawns. They've done a great job in that department. All they got to do is take one of these next 2 maps, which they are heavily favored in.
And that's, you know, our stats, everything, no, but, you know, when we're basing a lot of these off pretty much the entire year, and when there's those outliers that really stand out, like in the last series, you know, you didn't feel good about Optic on Throwback because it's been their worst uplink by a landslide. They lose it. You go to Splice's worst hardpoint. Shocking. They lose it. You know, you kind of expect by now when we've known these have been their bad maps for so long, you think maybe they would have fixed some of those problems coming into champs.
Yeah, I mean, you throw it out like the stats when it's like, oh man, they have a 0% win rate. How many times they played it twice? Like you kind of eliminate that from kind of contention. But you know, when you have a team like Ghost Gaming, who, you know, the 88% win rate on Retaliation, they played it 8 times, 7-1.
You put some merit in that.
It's a great record. Yeah, you expect them to show up. Mock's going to be a big reason why.
And Mox, yes, and this is okay. So I don't know that he'll do it again. But the last time that I casted Lacefield on this map, he did something that I hadn't seen anyone but Reedy on Elevate really do. But he pulled out an E-Rad on Retaliation, which is, it's very rare, but he dominated. I think he dropped 35 kills. It was an incredible performance. Now, we're going back, I believe, a month or so, but you don't see that very often at all in E-Rad. I'm curious, you know, we won't see on the first bridge hardpoint, obviously, but I want to see if he switches to that, if that guy on your screen, who's been the hype man all day, can maybe get a bit of control with that E-Rad.
I mean, look, you can make the E-Rad work on Retaliation, but the sight lines are so long that if your team doesn't have control and you're constantly just smashing your face into K-Bar and NV4 players, it's going to be a rough go. When your teammates get control, which is why Mock's so important for Lacefield on this map, and with the NV4, he picks up a few kills, gets some control, and now it's Lacefield roaming around these tight areas, just taking people out who are running assault rifles. So then the game becomes easy for Lace.
Basically, he makes the hotel his personal hotel. Like that central building just becomes his playground, which is what we've seen in the past. But, you know, there's been a lot of time since then. Obviously, teams mixing up strategies. The meta has evolved throughout the course of the year. But Mox has got a bit of a treat for us here. Let's see what he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I believe Mox has a thermal. Didn't catch whether it was a sniper or assault rifle. See Llama able to get one, and yep, it's going to be the DMR. So we'll have this at the beginning of the game. Yep,
nice shot.
See what he can do there.
Nice shots.
Just put down a ton of damage.
Backs went up immediately.
Well, I mean, you just don't want to peek this. Like, I mean, you hear the weapon, just how strong it sounds, you don't want to peek it. And then, you know, the smokes come into play, you can't see him, and he's just firing through with the thermal.
Well, we talked about it a lot during stage 2. You know, this team basically had this notebook, right? And he was writing a lot of notes, and they had a lot of strategies to come into this. We were talking about how prepared they seemed to be, and I know they fell short, but as Mox continues to connect with the DMR, the notebook seems to be helping, right? They've definitely been pulling out some different playstyles than we're used to seeing, for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just, you give a lot of props to Ghost Gaming as an organization, right? Giving this team the tools they need to be successful, you know, giving them the, I believe they're training in California. See, right at the beginning of this game, they're completely dominating, 43-0, but...
There's your first point for E6.
Yeah, just the tools to give the Ghost Gaming, you know, I don't want to say, like, force them to watch VOD, but to have, ooh, that is not good if you're general. Did not want that being shown on stream. But
he's been, demoted to captain. To get turned on like that.
How long have you been waiting to make that joke?
I don't know, it just popped in my head because
that is one that...
I'm a wordsmith, Matt.
No. You have a book of just crappy jokes.
I do. I definitely
stole it from Golden Boy.
Nice plays there from Protos. He's jumped out to 6-3, a 4 streak, 2 kills off of the Trinity Rocket. And as good as the start was for Ghost Gaming, you're about to bring this right back into it on the lower street. Who's, okay, never mind. I was going to say Royalty in a position to make a play, but he just died. So look at that layer of red arrows in the back. One graveyard, two watching market. They're spawning where they need to be. So Ghost, you have a very good first hard point. You don't do a whole hell of a lot there on lower street, but you're set up for your big money hill. We're going to stick with Proto, though, because we want to see if he can get these streaks.
See if Ghost Gaming can get this hold. This would be a big break for Enigma6. It's going to be Proto taking out Spacely with the Scarab, only 25 points away from the Trinity Rocket, and he's not able to get it. So they do not earn streaks. They will get the hard point, though. So Enigma6 breaks Ghost Gaming's setup here.
Royalty gets 3, I think 1 being his teammate, but he has been sensational. Nice shots. Sees the second, re-peaks. Look at that challenge. Finally. That's Cade going big. Him and Royalty, the ones that broke on through.
So it'll be Enigma6 giving up the last 20 or so seconds here, Clint. They're going to rotate all the way over towards Broken. Now the pressure's on Ghost Gaming. Can they break the E6 setup? If they do early, this is going to turn into a big lead for Ghost Gaming. This is a must-need hill for Enigma6.
But look at the setup. You have 1 lower street and 1 sitting mid. Right now, for E6, you have kind of a 4-on-2 as they push in. They're going to be able to flank in from behind, but they've already busted through. Everyone from Ghost just hits. You had 2 players kind of staggered mid-map and cutoffs for E6, but no players hit from that side, and you have complete and utter dominance as Ghost pushes on through.
If you're going to give up the last 20 seconds of a hill, you need to hold the first 20 of the next one.
At least.
There's no, yeah, at least. I mean, right there, you saw Ghost Gaming being able to fly in, break Enigma6 before they even really started to score points. So now you've given up 23 seconds on the previous hill. Now you're giving up another 30 or so uncontested. And you see, I mean, it's kind of, I hinted at it before the hill pops up. If they didn't hold it, this is the type of lead you're going to see happen for Ghost Gaming.
It was very odd. Again, they had 2 players around the hard point. One was in Hotel, kind of near Platte, and one was lower street. Usually, you get the call out that there's a 4-man hit coming across bridge and everybody wraps back immediately. The rotation doesn't come in quick enough, and you end up being costed, what, 30 or so points at least there? 40?
At minimum. I mean, it's the difference between this game being, 120 to 59 or 100 to like 85 going into this hill. It is such a big swing what we just saw happen.
Llama got 1 shot. Now gone as Proto connects with the grenade. Lacefield trying to control the inner curb. And I talked earlier about the fact that he will use this ERAD. You see it. He will patrol in and around Hotel and just dominate. He's 10-5 right now, smoking people through smokes. Minute 40 to go.
But look at the positions his teammates are allowing him to be in. I mean, the other team is running at him with assault rifles, and you're just able to snap on players like that as you see just how fast the rate of fire is. With the ERAD versus players, with your K-bars versus your NV4s, when you put him in a good spot, he will start to shred through the opponents.
Now, what I'm curious is, can we check him real quick? So is he going to continue with the ERAD even on a? We go to Lacefield real fast. So even when we're not, yeah, he's using it everywhere. Yeah, so he'll run it even on bridge where you'll see what 3-4 NV4s at times. You've got a couple ERADs out. Llama God, Lacefield, both using them, and that's more than you'll see from most teams. That's for darn certain.
But those smokes allow him to get closer towards the hill. He's going to spot one here. Proto directly around the corner, and a lot of teams are not used to ERADs on this map, so there's some situations where you're coming around a corner, you think it's a gunfight you're able to win. It is definitely a change of pace when that ERAD is in the hands of the opponent.
Llama God just mowing through. Cade, though, able to shut him down. He was 1 shot. General helps Cade then to pick up a couple, and now you're back into bridge with 15 seconds left to hold here. The race, though, at the bottom of the minimap is on. Everyone trying to get set up here for lower street. First one in, Royalty. Nice shots to connect. There's still 1 more there. Proto looking to win the second gunfight. They all combined. 3 players. You had 1 hit Platt, 2 hit on through Bike. They win all the gunfights there. Nice team shots from Enigma6. And now you've got the ideal setup here for lower street. And once again, it's one where you need to rack up a good amount of time. You can't let Ghost just come right through.
Well, here's what we're gonna find out. If Ghost pushes this 1 or 2 times, then you'll see Enigma6 back all the way up. But look at what's just happened. On the right-hand side of your minimap, you see General spawn all the way out. So it is Enigma6 in control of the lower street, but now they have to focus on going all the way through towards this Cathedral side, because if they lose that, that's an extra, 30, 40 seconds in favor of Ghost. And they're up above 200.
They were so worried about pushing out and trying to get those spawns. 10 seconds go by where they have technically control of the hardpoint, but aren't actually in the hardpoint. Because I think it was Proto that tries to rotate out through market. Nobody transitions back. Maybe some off communication or just too much focus on the spawns. I know that you need to set up for the next one, but you're still in this game. You need to get whatever time you can.
But in their comms, it probably feels like this Cathedral Hill is all or nothing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of commotion going on. No, how are we going to get over there? How are we going to break it? That you're not even really thinking about the time that you possibly could have at that lower market.
All these are such huge gunfights, and so far going the way of Ghost Gaming. Mox and Lacefield finding a few. Still 2 players trying to pinch in from Enigma6. Can they break through is the question, Matt. The opening pick for E6. Lacefield, though, he is still here, finally going to be shut down. Spacely trying to do what he can. He was brilliant in game 3, but can't win that gunfight. E6 get through with just under 30 seconds remaining. They're doing just enough to keep themselves in this game, Matt.
And you see, they're going to push all the way down bridge there on the top side of your minimap. And look at where Ghost Gaming spawns. You see number 3 and number 4, that will be Mox and Lacefield. They spawn in market, so now they have to go all the way across the map. Enigma6 has made this a manageable situation, Clint, right? They are going over to Broken. They actually get a hold like they were set up for the first time. They will get right back in this game.
Well, Lacefield trying to make a play behind this smoke. It looks like they don't see him cross. Cade, though, in a nice position there at the back dock to shut him down. E6 doing what they couldn't do last time, at least holding this first wave, this first push from Ghost Gaming. But now they're really flying in. 2 on the right side. General up to the task. Lacefield, though, still on the backside.
If E6 comes back in this game, it is all on the back of Cade. He has held this down. He was there at Royalty, but Cade on a 4 streak is able to pick up some kills, keep Ghost Gaming far away from this hard point. Potentially could give Enigma6 a full hold here.
Back in the hard point in just a moment. I think it's Proto trying to hop back in. They'll get the final 17 seconds here. And that'll bring it within, what, just under a 30-point game. But Hotel Hallway, remember last time, this is where Lacefield, he had that E-Rat out, he completely destroyed. Let's see if Enigma6, you know, maybe they adjust to that a little bit here.
It'll be Ghost Gaming takes the final 2 seconds. They are set up in that Hotel Hallway. We don't see a ton of games end here. Usually see it end at the bridge as, see Lacefield back up. He's just gonna watch his teammates back as Enigma6 needs a break badly here. They don't have any payload abilities to work with. Proto getting very close to his. General with the first pick. Now you have to see Enigma6 converge on the hill.
Let's go to Royalty if we can. Royalty just did a long flank in behind. Okay, well, he flanked it. I thought was going to have a couple kills if he checked out through the mid window. Now he's going to spot him. His teammates have actually cleaned him up. He'll be the one to step into the hard point. He's got 1 to his left in bedroom, 1 about to come in from curb on his right. He somehow gets away with his life. Slippery little snake.
So Llamagot picks up 2 there with the Scarab. General tries to come on through. He picks up 2 kills as well. So this game going to go down to the final moments. General could be the difference maker on a 6 streak, 125 away from Trinity's. His teammates control the bridge right now. He's going to be able to get 1. 100 points away from Trinity Rockets, and there it is. The hill's going to come up, and now he's going to call down the Trinities. Sees 3 players. He's going to get 2. There he finds the last one. Big plays there from General.
That's big, but he dies, though. They push while he's calling it in. The last person standing is Mox. So, yes, you get 3, but can you get back and actually control the time? Ghost now only needing 7 points. Enigma6 trying to win whatever gunfights they can. It's Proto with the camo around the back, and FTL from Ghost to try and get away. 2 kills to Ghost Gaming. Mox now bringing out this camo, shuts it down. 3 points needed. Can 1 more player get in? They're all clean, and that's the series. Ghost Gaming, 3-1. They're on their feet.
As General tried to make the plays there at the end, got the streaks. He's able to pick up a few kills with him, but Ghost Gaming answers right back. They hold off Enigma6 in the end. It'll be Ghost Gaming moving on. Enigma6 heading home.